Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Man, that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, big shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. A-side official, no negotiation needed. You already know. Yeah, I was on the phone with family. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it. Thanks for letting me know. But I haven't went on yet. I haven't started it. I didn't get through the intro. My apologies. But yeah, big shout out. You already know what it is. Salute to everyone that's on deck, on their way, um to the live stream. Shout out to Carlos Rosado, the first in the building. Salute to you. You already know what it is. Let them clout chase all they want. They can't stop the rain. I don't think your audio's on, OG. Okay. I mean, yeah, I just explained it to you. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to it. I got two topics. One I didn't put in there because I wanted this to be the primary focus. Crawford versus Ennis. You know, a fight we don't need to witness. Real talk. And you know, everybody is putting their 2 cents in. You know what I'm saying? But really, are they willing to pay their money to see this fight? Now that's a lot of material that we have that we can put together for this fight. Not the quantity that we have between Crawford and Spence, but more so just the straight flat out clout chasing that's going on Crawford's name. Real talk. This is everything that we know it to be when it comes to absolute blatant pure clout chasing. Clout chasing with a K, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We had to leave the C. The C is too early in the alphabet. We had to bring it all the way back down to the K. You know what I'm saying? But first, before I really get deep into this, I want to give a shout out to cousin. You know what I'm saying? Salute to your wife retiring. You feel me? Much congratulations to y'all. Good to see you and the family's doing outstanding. You know what I'm saying? And you know, best wishes to her as she carry on the rest of her life. You know what I'm saying? As far as her endeavors outside of her retirement in the educational system. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to your cuz. It was good seeing y'all today. You know what I'm saying? One love. Now, Crawford versus Spence, I know there's going to be some people that feel a certain type of way that WCS is back. But it's not the hot grease for this. Not yet. It's not the hot grease for this. Not yet. Because to me, you know, Team Ennis, they don't deserve the hot grease just yet. Because I like Ennis, man. I think he's going to take over the 147-pound division if he can maintain weight. If he can maintain weight standards, you know what I'm saying? He can possibly do some damage at 147. But after last night, I'm looking at it like Brian Norman Jr. give you a run for your money and give you a different type of situation if you was to fight that same style that you fought Albanesian with, and then you fight him with the same style he fought last fight. I don't see you getting away. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you heard the rumblings out there how, you know, Crawford came down here to spar and Norman went in there with other plans, and you know, he wobbled Crawford. That's true. He did. I mean, hey, everybody has their own type of mentality when they go into the ring and spar. All I'm saying is, Brian Norman, to me, if you was to put him as that Albanesian scenario with his punching power, I don't think you would have been dancing around after he would have landed maybe 2 or 3 of those flush on your forehead. Now, I totally get that, you know, you all have sparred before and everything, but they're going to have to step up. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to step up. I just feel like for a quick snapshot several months ago, it's seemingly like you was going to just run smooth over the 147-pound division. And then it kind of started to take a shift. Like, it's different. We actually have some real hitters at 147 pound, you know what I'm saying, since the old guard has since moved on. And we already know the man, the legend, the pound for pound best is at 154 right now. Now, I will scratch my head if Turk Al-Sheikh was to say he made this fight and Crawford's fighting at 147. I'll scratch my head on that shit. I'll say, yo, hold up. Hold up. Why would you do that? Why would you placate this dude? You need to have him. He is the one that haven't earned the slot. Ennis hasn't earned this shit yet. So definitely he should be coming up to 154, if anything, to appease Crawford at a natural weight that he's currently at. Not a weight that he's since left behind. He's pretty much sanitized, cleaned up, and left the division. White gloved it. That's what I call it. When they unify under, they white glove the division. Crawford is white glove the division. You know what I'm saying? And Ennis at this point in time, he's just leaving fingerprints everywhere. After that performance last night, he just spotted up the place, bro. That's all. You know, he was getting hit by Avanesian, who at one point in time they didn't even know the man's name. They wouldn't even say his name correctly. But all of a sudden, we hearing that he's a top-notch fighter. They giving him what? Avanesian is a top-notch fighter all of a sudden. You know, he gets the the helium treatment when it comes time for him to step in the ring with Ennis. He gets the helium treatment. Yes, can I have another 25 cc's? Yes, of that helium. Yeah, hot air. Yeah, we're gonna send this one to the skies. You know what I'm saying? We about to blow up Team Avanesian. They didn't get his name wrong once when he was set to fight Ennis. He started off a little shaky, but Avanesian did what he's supposed to do. To him, for showing that he does have some dog in him. But shout out to Ennis for showing that he does have a cachet. He is multifaceted when it comes to boxing. But also he proved that if he was to step in there with Crawford, it wouldn't fare well for him. It wouldn't fare well. It don't matter how fast you talk, buddy, you ain't ready. And you know what? Since you're not ready, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to go on the ready and say, I want to see the fight like I did previously. I think people will now pay their money to see Crawford and freaking Ennis. Yeah, they'll pay their money. I think the boxing game right now is in need of another rivalry. It's not going to be Crawford Madrimov. You know what I'm saying? Jermell Charlo was too damn fearful and frightened to start up a rivalry. All he had to do was welcome Crawford to the 154 division. But he bounced, went and fought Canelo, then dipped out, and then went into recess to play around in the sandbox. To kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? To go find old balloons and blow them up. Just because it's fascinating. It looks fascinating. Something to do. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to say, hey, I want to prove to the world that shit Crawford was talking to me ringside. Nah, it ain't true. He said that man was a bitch ass nigga. That's what Crawford told Jermell Charlo when he was over there ringside. But instead of Jermell Charlo having that same energy that he did for Jarrett Hurd for all those freaking years. When Jarrett Hurd was a unified champion, he disrespected that man in front of his family. All that. They never fought. Jermell Charlo didn't get a chance to go for unification until Julian J. Rock lost. Jarrett Hurd lost to J. Rock. You know what I'm saying? He lost. Jarrett Hurd was defeated by J. Rock, who would later go on to be defeated by Jason Rosario, who would later go on to be defeated by Jermell Charlo. But while Jarrett Hurd had them freaking belts, all he did was disrespect that man. Why didn't you keep the same energy for Crawford, though? He was coming up to 47. You said he got business to do at 47. Okay, he get the business done, and then you talk about, he still got business. It's the rematch. The rematch fall apart and you disappear. Why are you in recess? So now, if Boots Ennis is going to put his name in the hat, which Sean Porter has said that Boots Ennis and Terrence Crawford isn't going to happen. Sean Porter has been absolutely adamant in saying to us that that fight won't be on paper at all. He didn't say anytime soon. He said, period. Crawford, Ennis will not happen. That's what he said. But then I'm saying to myself, well, I did read what Turk Al-Sheikh put out there after this performance that he had with David Avanesian. Maybe Al-Sheikh feels that he can definitely give Jaron Ennis his highest payday and definitely give Crawford that support that he already has. You know what I'm saying? But to the general public, to the boxing public, from WCS voice to you, do we actually want to witness Jaron Ennis stepping in the T-Mobile Arena against a monster like Terrence Bud Crawford? Do we want to see that go down? Because Philly right now, the only one that's carrying, I'm talking about, they have a lot vested into Jaron Ennis. Do we want to see Crawford do to Philly what he did to Texas? Real talk. Do we want to witness that, people? I don't think we need to witness that. I don't think we need to witness such a tragedy. 27 years old, young. You understand me? 27 years old, young, bro. We don't need to see the old guy on his way out the door go in here and fight this man for a T-Mobile massacre, possibly part 3. Because if by chance, is the rumblings are right, it seems like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. The WCS, good and damn well when Spence talking about freaking lining something up, man, that dude don't know if he fighting Fundora October, November, freaking January. Man, we can be back on Cinco de Mayo. We don't know. But what we do know, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We don't, you know what I mean? Jaron Ennis is calling out Crawford. Kind of remind me of when Errol Spence was calling out Crawford. You kind of feel the same vibe? I mean, it kind of when EJ was calling out Crawford, man. Hey, Crawford, I'm coming for that effing belt. Now we got Ennis who believes. Once again, I have no smoke with Ennis, bro. That brother ain't did nothing to me. I'm talking this boxing shit. Real talk. I don't have no issues with him and his dad. They black like me. I'm talking some boxing shit. Ennis, if you're going to fight Crawford, since he is now the first name in your conversation, because before it was Stanthionis, Barrios, it was all that and the other guy. You was trying to treat Crawford like he was Avanesian. That's disrespectful, brother. That's disrespectful. Let me get to the freaking chat right quick. Andrew Charles in the building. He said, I don't think Norman Jr. can slug it out with Boots, but I don't know, run it back. Listen, you make a valid point there, Andrew. But after his last fight, in my opinion, when it came to cardio, Norman went from the opening bell to the last and broke his opponent down round for round for round. And his fight, look, Norman, his last fight was more exciting than any of Boots Ennis' fights. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Even back when I was growing up, they say, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Say I'm lying, Charlie. Show the Carl on deck. Salute. He said, Team Crawford. Tell me I'm lying. Name me a Ennis fight that was more entertaining than the fight that Brian Norman had, his last fight. Name me a fight that Ennis has had that was more entertaining than Brian Norman Jr. Name it. Name it. Name it. I want to hear it. What's going on? Boxing on deck. He said, I want to witness it. I want to see that. Why not? That being said, I'd rather watch Bud compete for the belts in his new division. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But what we have here, Andrew, and why I'm talking about it per se, is the fact that Turk Al-Sheikh has once again came on record and said, it's shown his interest in making Crawford Ennis. He's basically shown his interest. Now, being that he has basically established and Crawford has made it fully public information, Turkey Al-Sheikh is supporting Crawford, right? So for him to put that out there, could it be coming? Could it be from the Crawford camp? Could they be sending these signals out through Turk Al-Sheikh just to see what the reaction is going to be from the boxing public? Could they be? You know what I'm saying? Could it be true? Is it something that's possible that they could be saying, hey, continue to put that SOS out there and see how they react to it? Because if they react to it the right way, let's make the fight. Because they may be looking at it like, okay, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know how smooth of an avenue it's going to take for him to unify the 154 division. We don't know how smooth it's going to be. At this point, with Bud being at the back end of his career, he's really not trying to go off road to become undisputed, and go through unnecessary obstacles just because people are trying to block him from being undisputed. That's what Turk Al-Sheikh is coming in. He has the funding. And, people are going to start nodding their heads. Yes, you can do it. You can make that fight. You got the money. I'm getting paid. He getting paid. And Bud getting paid. Everybody getting paid. Yeah, we good. I think that is one of the attractions. If you put that magnet out there, it's definitely attracting a lot, to the point where the boxing fans are saying this fight can potentially be made because Turk Al-Sheikh is behind it. He's funding it. So that would be definitely a decision Team Ennis will have to make. And they're not going to have all this, think they're going to come into the negotiation with all this leverage. They have absolutely did less than Errol Spence and less than a lot of other fighters. So he's not going to have any leverage, right? He's going to have way less leverage than Spence had when he actually was going into the T-Mobile arena to fight Bud on fight week. They had the coin flip. He lost that. You know what I'm saying? He lost that. He ended up getting $1 million concession in there. Everything that was supposed to be, they was trying to make so difficult, it worked out in Bud's favor, right? So when you take Ennis and put him in that situation, he should fight Bud at 154 if he wants to fight. But for true boxing fans, do we really want to witness Bud go in there and changes this man's career? I'm talking about, do we really want to see a fighter last night that was playing around and get and lose his focus and had to have the doctor, catch that oop and get, Avanesian out there and just come in there and stop the fight? A fighter who couldn't really flatline him. His dad said 4, 5, but he went through 4 and 5 and nothing. So do we really want to witness again? Will Bud Crawford get credit for going in there and absolutely first degree assault? You know what I'm saying? First degree assault, mayhem and chaos. Demonstrate to Boots, this what I tried to tell you ahead of time, youngin', to take the sport serious. Everybody's saying you're a phenom and you're like me, but I'm going to show you today that these lights are different over here, the T-Mobile Massacre. You know what I'm saying? Is it a fight that we want to witness a second time, being that Bud Crawford is absolutely 1000% responsible for banishing an entire fan base, y'all. Whoever would have thought that they don't really know who Spence fan base is anymore? Who would have thought one man, one night, for one freaking belt in his possession? Who would have thought one name, 2 boats, 2 fishnets, 2 fists would go in there and banish a whole entire fan base, both in attendance and those at home watching? Who would have thought that? Do we really want to see that happen to Philly? Y'all have to ask yourself. His fan base is nowhere even close to Errol Spence, but do we really want to see Crawford go over here and catch Ennis trying to do some bullshit out to the public, and Crawford make his ass pay for it? And they say, see, he wasn't ready, man. I know he used to call his name, but man, it was just, man, see, Eddie Hearn set him up, man. No. Let's not blame Eddie. We got to stay on freaking topic. It's absolutely Team Ennis's liability to go in there and face Terrence Crawford, because it's no returning when you say you've been looking for that man since 2018. That's a huge part of why I say I want to see the fight. This man said he'd been looking for Terrence Bud Crawford since 2018. So if it's been 6 years, that takes him over the amount of years that we was talking about for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight. Didn't we talk for that maturation? It was 5 years. This is over that already. This is 6 years. So the fight's not happening this year. So the next time we talk about it in 2025 will be 7 years. So 7 years, 7 freaking years. And we're talking about Team Crawford versus Team Ennis, 7 years in the making, because Team Ennis say, oh, we've been looking for him since 2018. Team Ennis has been looking for Crawford to fight Crawford, been calling him out since 2018. Let's do the math. 19, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. I'm just trying to be facetious, y'all. I'm trying to add a little humor because this shit is getting serious now. This is getting serious. He said 2018, Crawford told him to go back to sleep. So I'm saying to myself, maybe he was talking about 2000 when he was looking up and he was saying, damn, I want to fight somebody special. I want to fight somebody that's a legend. I want to fight somebody, in my future. Maybe it was back in the 2000s, bro, like way back then, bro. Maybe he was in another body back then. We don't know. He said 2018, 19, 2020, ooh, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 7 freaking years. That exceeds the 5-year period in which we was on YTC acting a complete fool. We was on here going back and, well, I wasn't all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it was people being mad, threatening people, you know what I'm saying? Reporting their channels, goddamn cussing people out, all because they felt that Bud Crawford hadn't did anything in the sport and Errol Spence was the coming of a Texas god. They thought he was the becoming of a Texas god. They say, hey, if anything we wanna be front and center for is this fight where Errol Spence goes over there and shows us his educated DeSoto jab. He's too big, so we want him to show how big of a fighter he is and how much power he possesses. Yeah. Look, Crawford and Ennis has turned into something that I had to dig. I had to take out my goddamn investigative shovels and start digging. I know it's some shit buried out there. I started digging and digging. I said, oh my God, $1 million worth of game. He said he'd been looking for Crawford since 2018. If I do my math right, that exceeds 5 years already. So I said to myself, with a sense of urgency, I said, God damn it, I got to talk to the hottest chat in MFN game about this. Maybe we've been sleeping on this fight. Maybe this was something that was spiritually floating out there and we just didn't see it. Seriously. No laughing intended. Maybe we didn't see it. Maybe that was a sign for Crawford to do the tour and then $1 million worth of game, go up there and try to ask him all those questions. Then, just calling up Danny Garcia, calling up freaking Geronimo. Maybe that was a blessing, bro, that Ennis was able to get on the phone and say, yeah, we've been looking for you since 2018. Wow. What's the odds of that, y'all? What's the odds of Team Ennis actually looking to fight Crawford since 2018? I mean, then y'all have this little knot in your stomach when it came to you know how you have that knot in your stomach, like something ain't right, man. It's something, I got something on my mother mind, God damn it. What is it, man? Oh man, what is, I know it's something I'm forgetting. That was it. That was it, y'all. We didn't pay too close. We didn't pay enough attention to what Ennis said. He said he'd been looking for Crawford since 2018. 2025, we would be at 7 years. You know the lucky number 7. Crawford goes in here, becomes fourth division champion, unified. And let's just say he gets the IBF at the end of the year, fight for that title. He has three of the 4 sanctioning bodies in his possession. Now, if Ennis is still buzzing, because it seems like he's gathered enough confidence now since Wells Fargo. I don't know if Wells Fargo goddamn approved him for a $3,000 limit credit card, before he stepped down to the ring. But I'm just saying, it seems like he has the confidence with the push from those announcers say, hey, great performance, we seen you in there. You really showed us every area of your skill set, every layer. You showed us you are somewhat of a polymath when it comes to boxing. You were able to successfully break down David Avanesian round for round. Now that you've gotten him out the way, you stopped him. What do you say? Is there a name? 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 Is there a name that you think that you want to fight next? Who would you have first on your list? Is there a name? Is there a oh yeah, for sure. It's that for sure. It's Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford. He's out there. Yeah. He can get it. Yo, we here. Yeah. We can fight him right here in Philly. Oh, hold up. You did say Terrence, didn't you? Just so nobody wrong with this, he ain't coming to Philly. He ain't coming to Wells Fargo. I'm just letting you know, he ain't coming to the Barclays. Anywhere close to this, he ain't coming to Madison Square Garden, even though he's fought there before. I think you're gonna have to go to goddamn where it all went down before. No. Yes, and you're gonna have to go to the T-Mobile Arena. Yeah. So what I suggest you do ahead of time before this hits ink the paper, I suggest you go, now that the fight is supposedly out on Amazon Prime, what I would suggest you and your team do is go look. And I wouldn't do this sober. I would say smoke a blunt or two, right? Smoke a blunt or two. Nobody needs to know. And watch the fight July 29th, 2023 at the T-Mobile Arena. Watch it more than a dozen times. The reason why I'm asking that you do such, because you need to understand the severity of the nature for which you may decide to say, okay, I want to fight Terrence Crawford. And then you watch the transformation from a human being to unrecognizable. Okay? You need to be sure. Okay? Because you lose focus a lot, dog. You need to be sure that if you're willing to sign the paper and go to fight camp, you need to be willing to say, I'm honoring the challenge, knowing full well that I may be the next fighter to look exactly like Spence when that fight bail for bail for bail for bail for bail for bail for bail. The possibility may potentially be me. You need to understand that shit. Look at that fight, smoke a blunt or two, get your mind. I want to say don't do it sober, goddammit, because you be losing focus in there when you're sober. Do something. I mean, for real. Take some put some psychedelics. You know what I'm saying? Call up a shaman and say, hey man, just give me a little bit of something you use in the ritual. But look at that fight over a dozen times and see if you want to go through the transitioning phase from the opening bell to the final bell. On how he broke Spence down and basically forcibly transform him into someone that was unrecognizable. We didn't know that was Spence anymore. Hell, his fans didn't think so. His fans said it was a clone. His fans will swear, if you can find one now. Go out to area 59, 60, 64, somewhere out there in Arizona. You go out there, ask them. They're going to tell you some shit like, well, you know they was changing masks. They somebody slid up under the freaking thing like they do in WWE. They came from underneath the ring up the apron, and you know they had a mask and they changed opponents or something. But there's no way that was Spence. No way Crawford was that good to transform Spence's face like he did. Shout out to the OG Mr. Golden. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not being any way sarcastic. I'm not no way trying to bloviate. All I'm saying that team Ennis, you need not to go in here to this fight believing that you're gonna be able to play around, talk to whoever's on the front row with Crawford in front of you, man. There's concerns from me, man. As a United States Marine, man, there's concerns, bro. When we have a fallen comrade, we deliver the flag to his family, his or her family. See, you don't get that same treatment. See, all you're going to get is a hired chaplain. He's going to pray for you before, and he's going to pray for you to bring you back. That's all. He's going to pray for you on 2 occasions, the same way he did Frank Martin. Pray for him before the fight and to help him arrive safely back down here on earth to his consciousness. Because you know damn well you ain't making it to the final bell with no freaking Terrence Crawford there, Ennis. So for us as boxing fans, we're working on 7 years, y'all. 2025 will be 7 years. I want y'all to put that in your thought process and say, this fight has been materializing under our eyes, before our eyes, and we didn't even know it. So we really need to get together and say, oh, we need to push this fight. We need to somehow, some way, send out them bloodhounds. Just give them an old smoking bud pack shirt. I'm pretty sure some of them, you can still find them, over there in Vegas, behind some of them freaking strip clubs or freaking 7-Eleven, some of them freaking food shops. You know what I'm saying? You can find them back there. Put that scent. Let them bloodhounds goddamn smell it. And I'm pretty sure you can find some of them fossils out there in Death Valley. You can find some freaking DNA out there. It's possible. Once again, I am putting this word out there with no ill intent. All I'm trying to do is build up this fight. Now I'm eager to see it. If Turkey Al Sheikh wants to see it, and he has the funding to make this fight happen, after what I seen yesterday for the first time after it took 6 years. You know, saying he's a year removed from activity, just like Bud was when he stepped in that with Avanesian. But he said his timing was off. But he played around and everything in the ring. Yes, I want to see this fight. I do. I want to see it. I want to see this put to bed so I can just stop watching boxing altogether, because I would have been able to witness two of the most important fights that materialized over 5 years. I would have been here to witness that shit. I mean, come on, bro. Any boxing fan will want to brag about this shit. But truth be told, man, I want to see the fight now. I want to see you go in there and dance around and play with Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I do. I want to see you talk to your people. You know what I'm saying? Even though what you was doing wasn't like Crawford doing it to Jamel Charlo, I just want to see you attempt to do it at the T-Mobile Arena. You've been in fights where your face have not seemed like it's been touched. I challenge you to basically sign the contract and see if you can walk away from the Terrence Crawford bludgeoning unscathed. That's all. And look, I want my audience to push for this fight. No, forget it. Forget everything you heard. Forget that, man. I want to see the fight now. Forget Canelo. Canelo want to fight for a freaking planet. He don't want to fight for nothing that's reasonable. Crawford already said he want to fight 154 and unify. Okay, we know that. But if the only name is being pushed around for this man outside, outside him retiring, I mean, outside of him unifying the 154-pound division is Ennis, let's see it. This is a grand opportunity for Ennis to get a shot at one of the pound for pound best today. You get your shot, buddy. Why Ennis shouldn't get his shot? He should get his shot. He should get his shot, bro. Real talk. He should get his shot. No doubt about it. He should get his shot. 32 fights? He should get his shot, man. He should get his shot, man. Stop playing, yo. Stop playing. Let me get back to the chat. Stop playing. Give that man his shot. Crawford is the best fighter in the world. Now I want the best fighter after. Why not the best fighter after? I'm saying that Norman Jr. versus Boost will quickly turn into a slugfest. Boost is a slugger. Hey, that'll be what they want, though. You know what I'm saying? That'll be what they want. They want them two to go at it, because that's what they remember Brian Norman for his last fight. I mean, that was a slugfest, was it not? That's what the fight fans want. Now, I hope one of them are able to call out the other, but they may have some plans. I've heard it already. I've heard something to the extent of, Norman said he might want to, go for Barrios or whatever. I just don't want Teofimo Lopez coming in there messing things up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's clout chasing Bud too. But look, if Teofimo Lopez come and fight Brian Norman, that's a good fight. But I would definitely like to see, a fighter who's been up here at one point in time to spar over there in Philly. Now, him and that same fighter are champions in the same division. I would like to see that fight. I want to see if they want to fight each other. Seriously, where's the rivalry? In order for you to make money this day and time, you have to have a rivalry. It'll be good. 2 good paychecks is better than 1, right? 2 is better than 1. Why not establish a rivalry? A lot of fighters is not. They don't have the dynamic that Bud had moving up from 40 to 47 to somehow generate a rivalry without stepping in the ring with Spence one time. The rivalry was off talk. conversation, bars, barbershop talk. That's how that rivalry started. And it was quickly put to bed, so much to the point where the loser, or no, not the loser, the fighter who was defeated chose to withdraw from the rematch. Chose to withdraw from the rematch. See, with Boots being 27, this is a grand opportunity for him to basically grab hold of a torch. I don't know what torch, but a torch. This is a grand opportunity if he could step in there with Crawford and look good. This is his opportunity to explode. But look. You're asking a lot. Seriously. We're asking in its totality, we're asking a lot. It's no way I have to see it with my own eyes that he's able to go in there and play around with the mad scientist and that monster. Play around and talk to people. The only way he's gonna talk to somebody, it's gonna be Martin all over again. You give me 2 Chico sticks and a pack of Twizzlers. Yeah, and give me a slish mouth liquor bowl. He ain't gonna be talking to them coherently and saying, yeah, I'm fucking this boy up. Yeah. No. You can be looking like Rolly in there. Give me 1 Stromboli and a goddamn margarita to go. You're not going to be up there coherently chit-chattering with people you know ringside. With Crawford on your ass. It's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen. I'm just saying. It's not going to happen. Bud going to stop Canelo in the building. What's good? Boots and Eddie Ring. Look, I'll be surprised if that fight be anywhere else besides Vegas. I'll be surprised. I mean, if Team Ennis has any say so, except negotiating their price. You know what I'm saying? You have a single belt at a lower division. Allow Ennis to keep that belt, because we would definitely like to see the welterweight undisputed if he chooses to stay down there, right? And we just got Jaleel Hackett coming off that. He can shake things up if they start to somehow massage him in the rankings. You know, massage his position in the rankings. It can be interesting, but definitely he should fight Crawford at Crawford's division now. You know what I'm saying? You can't say 147 is Crawford's division anymore. He white gloved that already. He's at 154. He's set. It's on record. 154 pounds, August 3rd. It's set. Boots and Eddie running from the Bud fight, making excuses. Bozy Ennis said that not thinking about Bud, they cleaning out 147 pound. Listen, I understand where they at. Like, Bud gonna stop Canelo, right? Look, this is where the clout chasing comes in. That's why I said clout chasing. Either you gonna stick to calling him out and abort mission for a little bit, because it's only one fight. It's one single fight. Just think about it. Jermell Charlo was still unified champion when he stepped up and fought Canelo. He just chose to take, once the check clear, he just selected to take off running. He didn't want to think about returning back to 154 pounds. He wasn't motivated enough. So that's why all his belts start to fall out like loose change. But that's not the case with Ennis. Ennis just started. He didn't even defeat a champion for his IBF belt. So this fight will be even that much better if he's to fight Crawford next, because it'll give us an opportunity to see, can he defeat a champion, a reigning champion, not a reigning freaking social media account, a reigning, not a notification belt, a reigning champion. No, not just any champion. Pound for pound best. Not just pound for pound best, right? 4 division champion. 4 division champion. Look. Truth be told, I'm gonna throw another nugget out there, Ennis. You about to catch Crawford. You have 32 wins. You only have 8 more to go. You qualified. You qualified, big homie. Gotta call Ennis the big homie. To boost him up so he can keep Crawford name. Big homie. You ready. You only 8 fights off. Listen, if Ennis is able to go in there and have a good showing against Crawford, it really changes up a lot for him on moving forward. Dude is super young. The whole boxing layer is out there for him. It's accessible to him. If he can go out here and beat one of the biggest names of this era, it would do him justice. Okay, but let's understand one thing. If the first responders have to show up on your behalf, Ennis, this YTC it can be ruthless now. I don't think Norman can beat Boots, and I don't think Boots can beat Bud. But if Colin make it shake, okay, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I can't dispute that. You know what I'm saying? The last part, but I think Norman can absolutely give Boots a run for his money. I think if they go in there style for style, I think Norman can beat Boots. For real. You know the one thing I'm saying what makes me believe that is because freaking Boots cannot remain focused. One thing about Norman, once he's locked in and his freaking viciousness is there, his vicious meter doesn't go down. It stays there. Just like how wild dogs hunt in formation. They hunt in formation and they keep their eyes on the prey and they keep hunting, run that freaking prey in the ground. That's pretty much how Norman is round for round. His vicious meter don't go down. Boots, he likes to take a moment and do a commercial. Yeah, I like to think all my freaking homies up here in Philly, I'm representing, you know what I mean? And, let me get back to this fight. If he's in there with somebody where he can't do commercials, what's going to happen if he can't take that moment? You know what I'm saying? He just jumps off track for no reason. He want to do a little short commercial, a short, so to speak, and jump back in the fight, play around a little bit, and then, dance to get everybody. He need to be a hip hop artist, bro. You know what I'm saying? No. I don't think he knows, man. I don't think he knows. I don't think they understand that he has a habit. We've seen him do this in several fights. He has a bad habit of losing focus and playing around in fights. And then he missed the shot again and fell on the ground. Oh my God. Once again, dude got mad talent. I ain't lying to you. But to say boxing that Norman don't beat Boots, and I think he has a chance to beat Boots, bro. I agree with the second half, but with Bud and Boots and shit, but if they fight the same, mano y mano, and Boots want to lose focus and get up against the ropes against Norman, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know what I don't want to see. I don't want to see Boots wasting his prime waiting on the Bud fight. Boots needs to get active. True words. But how can he waste away his prime and Crawford's on his way out the door? Crawford's on his way out the door. You know what I'm saying? He's about to retire. He's on his way out the door. So Boots is no way, shape, or form can waste away his prime at 27 years old. And he's still doing little things that's questioning his ring IQ and his decision making and his maturity in the ring. There's no way he can be in his prime, bro. Like, I don't want to put that prime tag. I don't go off the prime anyway. I just use competitive edge. I think prime is different. It depends on who's tagging that fighter with that. Because I've seen a fighter have his peaking moment, have some very, very solid fights, and then, dip a little bit, and then they spike again. But yet, when they were spiking before, they was peaking. They say that was their prime. That was their prime. The commentators. But then when they came back from this dip in their career and they start beating people again, they say, oh, so-and-so's in their prime. I mean, maybe it was their team. Maybe it's their training, their trainer. Maybe it was personal problems. Maybe it was something to the point where they wasn't performing up to par. Also, Bud beating Madrimov, he needs to vacate the 147 belts. Well, let's ask this question, Andrew. What belt does he have? We're not talking about the recess. What belt does Crawford have right now? You know what I'm saying? Barrios supposed to be the one that's going to be the WBC, right? Brian Norman Jr. is going to be elevated to WBO. Come August 3rd now, we're doing the same thing that Canelo and the Jamel Charlo situation. Once Jamel Charlo stepped in there with Canelo Alvarez, what happened? Tim Tszyu was elevated. Same thing is going to happen to 47 to a point. Same thing. Same thing, bro. Shout out to OG Mr. Golden on deck. What it do, man? KING on deck, man. Salute to you. If you don't think Boots has a shot, that's cap. Do I think he beats Bud? No, but make the fight. If I don't think Boots has a shot at beating Bud, I don't. 12 rounds? 12 rounds with a fighter, and the mad scientist in the corner? I supposed to just say it when my heart don't believe it? I don't believe in that riding the fence, straddling, hopping all around and acting like it's comfortable. As a man, that ain't comfortable to me. That's pretty painful. I ain't never climbed no fence and say, oh, let me try to straddle this mug and do some gymnastics shit on the fence with no cup. Ask Avanesian how that felt. Yeah, Avanesian, his genitals was like, dude, what the fuck, ref? Dang, the fight just started. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I don't think Boots has the freaking focus to be in there with a fight that's going to take him to different levels. Levels that he's not going to be able to get out of. And we've seen Boots not have Plan Bravo Charlie. We've wondered what it would be like to see Bud go to Plan Bravo Charlie. But he's been so dominant with Plan Alpha. That's trouble. I just don't say stuff for, just say, okay, well, I give Boots a puncher's chance. No, I didn't give Errol Spence a chance. If it was a fighter stepping up that I thought that was going to be a 50-50 fight with Bud, I'll say it. I will say it. Real talk. I will say it. It's a 50-50 fight. Real talk. It's a 50-50 fight. Like if Bud was to go up there and fight Canelo, right? I said that's a 50-50 fight. If you ask me who do I want to win, I'll say Bud. Him moving up, taking on a challenge of that magnitude, 50-50. Shout out to Kane on deck. What's good? Bud is number one boxer in the world. If you say Ennis can beat Bud, that means Ennis is the real best boxer in the world. Did I see that last night? No, I did not. Hey, true words, man. And see, that's another leap that I don't participate in. Even if I had a parachute. I'm not playing around leaping out and putting myself in jeopardy. And say, you know what? I truly plan on, parachuting over that pond of gators down there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do. I know I'm only 300 feet, right here above the pond I'm depending on my parachute to come out so I can just sail clean over them without one bite. I'm not giving you that. I mean, it's no way that I'll say that for one, Ennis beats Bud, and I say that comfortably. Two, when you're talking about focus, I keep on talking about focus. I didn't see it in several fights, not just last night, but several fights. Even Korean Chudikin with that IBF, that interim, I didn't see focus the whole time. Right? It seems like if he isn't landing on his opponent, is like the color, like the let me see. If the flashcards, his favorite color is neon orange, right? And it might be 5 + 5 = 10. But if the flashcard is neon green, he might just say, I know I seen this 5 + 5 before. I know I seen it. Damn. Just think about it. Usually when you see it, it's in neon orange. But think about this, Boost. You can do it. 5 + 5. Oh, I don't know it. And then they put the neon orange back up there. Okay, 5 + 5 is 10. No, bro. You got to be able to stay focused, man. It's no way that I'm going to automatically attach him to beating Bud, first of all. Not to even attach that to say if he beats Bud, he's the best boxer. That would be his style was great for that night to come out on top. Now, if somehow, some way Canelo say I want to fight Ennis after that, no, I mean people are not gonna buy it. And people are gonna look at him like, no, we don't want to see that shit. Because just because his style has success against Crawford doesn't mean it's gonna have success against Canelo. But being that Crawford had established himself and was on a knockout streak, and he was entertaining, and he was the pound for pound best, that's what kind of built up the anticipation with the Canelo matchup. But for Ennis, he hasn't fought anybody. I mean, he doesn't get any credit, just like they didn't give Crawford credit. He doesn't get any credit for a RTD retiring on the stool. He doesn't get any credit, bro. He gets no credit. His FICO did not go up. I'll take that back. He was punishing and really, demonstrating last night. I say his FICO, he probably earned maybe about 4.8 points on his boxing FICO. On Wells Fargo, they was gonna give him a $3,000 limit. They might give him a $3,050 limit now. With the 4.8 point elevation increase. You know what I'm saying? He might just get a little bit of credit limit above 3,000. And that's with an interest rate of 40.2%. I don't look, K, when people try to play around with ages and stuff, I just ignore it. You know why? Because what is age? When Foreman was out of the sport for 10 years, came back a couple of fights and won a title against Michael Moore, they was talking about how he looked and his age, 45. You know what I'm saying? So they can talk about age. They can talk about when B-Hop and what he was able to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Archie Moore. They can talk about all the ages, all they want. But sometime, the right opponent, age become transparent, and all we look at is performance. You know what I'm saying? We just look at the performance, and we forget about how old a fighter is. Look at Manny Pacquiao. Who would have known Manny Pacquiao would come back and do what he did to Keith Thurman? Regardless if Keith Thurman, has been out and this and that. Who would have thought Manny Pacquiao, his age, would come back and do what he did to Keith Thurman and earn that title? Dropping him in the first round? Styles make fights. Champ Crawford versus Ennis is a better fight than Canelo. Bro, are you tripping? Man, stop it. Stop it, man. Now, look, I want to read your comments, but now it seems like you're trolling, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of the only I'm one of the only hosts that freaking really go through the comments and not beg for super chats. You know what I'm saying? But don't waste my time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste my time for attention. All it takes for me to see you trolling once, and I'm gonna skip over your comment because you're wasting my time. Ortiz and Zoo, but let me see. Ortiz, Zoo, Bud beats Boots at 154. Man, Virgil Ortiz and Zoo would be a damn good fight. I wish that fight would have happened. But some told me that cut on Zoo's head wasn't gonna heal. You know what I'm saying? Some told me it wasn't gonna be right. And then Fundora, I mean, the time it's gonna take for him to get back is just madness, bro. The reason why it's madness is because I don't quite understand why is it taking so long for Fundora to come back. Like his manager was talking about November and all this. Here you is, Errol Spence. What's keeping Errol Spence so? Is he injured? Look, early this year he said he had cataract surgery. What is going on with him, bro? What is going on with Spence? Why is it taking to January? He said November, January. What is taking him so long? He had cataract surgery. What's next? What else is going on? Is it Fundora? I mean, Fundora nose cannot still be healing. I've seen mixed martial artists get their nose broken and be back in shorter time than that. Oh, your Boots did punch air and fall again. He did, bro. Doing a slow motion robotic swing dance in the ring. Yeah, man. Come on, bro. Cooking with Sir Senior, what's good? Boots don't seem like he thinks he can beat him. Boots don't seem like he thinks he can beat him. Beats who? No, I didn't say your comments was the same. I didn't say it's the same. You gotta understand. I didn't say you were trolling. I say I'll read your comments if they make sense. You know what I'm saying? But if some of them are far off, like I'm going comment for comment. And I'm not spending a lot of time. I'm skim reading. So if it comes down to as if it's trolling or something, I'm like, don't waste my time, bro. Even though some people do it every now and then, and I'll highlight it ahead of time and they trolling. Okay, I'm just telling you. Y'all can't dictate. Y'all not dropping no super chats or anything, bro. So you can't dictate and demand, hey man, read my comment. Come on, bro. You know, I mean, come on, bro. I'm one of the only freaking ones that sit up here and read your joint. Don't take it personal. Shame on Barrios for taking that pack fight. Man, listen. Barrios, for some reason, felt that he needed a Pacquiao. And then those individuals who wanted to make a Pacquiao fight. Look, check this out, too. Shout out to Sir Senior in the building. I don't think I shout him out. Shout out to Sir Senior on deck in the building. Shout out to MD Mills in the building. Hey, check this out, man. Speaking of that, man, you just reminded me of something, you know, with the Pacquiao situation, because, you know, when he was placed in recess, he didn't even meet the criteria to be placed in recess. You know what I'm saying? And then they brought him out, and the fight fell apart with Spence because McAlooey was in there, goddamn giving him the Eagerness, right? So his eye fell apart, you know, and Pacquiao went in there and he lost. Okay. But yet they gave him the opportunity. Now they're giving him another opportunity somehow, some way. They're giving Pacquiao another opportunity against Barrios. And I said to myself, this dude is super old. What does he have to do with the mix up? There's other young competitors, contenders at 147 pounds. Why don't they give them the shot? And then I thought about what I just heard. Check this out now. I just heard another champion call out somebody that don't make sense to me, that does nothing for his profile. Absolutely not. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? Does absolutely nothing for his profile. Who am I talking about? He's at 135 pounds. I give you that proximity. I heard another champion call out a name. And I'm saying to myself, speaking of Pacquiao fighting Barrios and shit, I said, what is the purpose of these guys continuing to call out names that does nothing for them as far as earning the championship, moving up the rankings to something? I'm talking about moving up the rankings somebody to say, okay, we want to see this champion fight this champion. I'll tell you, it was freaking Shakur Stevenson. I know y'all was gonna say Brian Norman said he'll fight Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is a current reigning defending champion at 140. So it makes sense and plus he's a bigger name than Norman. So if Norman want to call out Teo, that's a legitimate call out because Teo is a current champion. But when you talk about Shakur Stevenson, he called out Cambozo. He said he'll fight Cambozo. I'm saying to myself, what? Before he fought Teofimo Lopez, he had 2 split decision wins. What? He lost to Devin Haney twice in a straight. What? What are we talking about, bro? He just went in there and got stopped by Lomachenko. What? And I just heard Shakur Stevenson say, hey, Cambozo out there. What the hell are you saying, bro? What does Cambozo have to do with you moving up? It ain't nobody else you can fight, man. I'll say fight Frank Martin before that. I'll say, bro, fight one of them other hitters in there, man. Not Cambozo, man. Shit, Jaleel Hackett is undefeated. He just finished winning against Pistol Pete Dobson. Dude went freaking 10, bro. Jaleel, man, he looked good in there, man. But he said Cambosis, man. And they just just flickered the bulb when Pacquiao Barrios came up. I'm saying, what in the hell? How many losses does Pacquiao have to accumulate for them to stop bringing him back to the ring to fight for a belt? A shout out to Christopher White in the building with the $5 super chat. Lighting up the tree of life for WCS. I appreciate you, Christopher. One love to your brother. Say salute, WCS. Keep cooking my guy Facts. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for being a attendee and a donatee. And that's not even a word. Thanks for being a donatee and an attendee. You know what I'm saying? Man, salute to you, bro. Thanks for donating to the channel, man. I got you, bro. Boxing, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Look, you know what characters do, bro? They allow somebody to assume. That's what characters do. That's why, this era is so fucked up. They go off texting. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can get it wrong sometime. I can get it wrong. I will admit. I can stand corrected. I'm not gonna lose any sleep saying, okay, I stand corrected. You weren't trolling. Okay, cool. I'm just telling you. You don't find hosts that even give a damn about going through freaking comment to comment in their chat, bro. They only go for the super chats. Real talk. All you have to do is just go around and watch them. They could care less about what's in the chat. They may look at it, but they ain't going to talk about it unless it's negative. I felt the same about Conceição. I can see where you at with Conceição. But, he had the situation with Oscar Valdez where a lot of people thought he won. He clearly, put up a valiant effort against Shakur Stevenson. Seriously. I really thought Conceição's coming out fight would be against O'Shaquie Foster. And he kept throwing the same combinations over and over again. A lot of those shots was Shockey was blocking. One thing, Shockey has some of the best defense in the game. He does. People don't really give him credit for it, but they say, "Oh man, he didn't throw enough punches." Well, if a fighter is throwing the same combination over and over again, and maybe 1 or 2 out of 5 of those combinations are landing, and if the combination consists of 2 punches per combo and only one of those shots, you're breaking down the percentages, is he really landing at a high percentage. You know what I'm saying? If you're throwing combinations and they're bouncing off the glove of a Shockey Foster, should you get credit for punches landed? And then they rob him at the end? They robbed the man. Shout out to my guy Swat Jones on deck, man. Salute to you. What's good? He said Gordo Lopez is obsessed with Bud. Listen. I told people a lot. I told them a lot about Tio. They didn't want to listen. I said Tio is a great manipulator when it comes to speaking to the media. They didn't want to listen. Real talk. They didn't want to listen, man. You know, you got people will more so want to stop you from being. I've had that happen to me with Tio. I had it happen to me, you know, with Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I've had fighters that I rock with heavy, and then you have content creators that come in and try to talk behind your back. Even though I've mentioned the catalog and all that, and they see, you know, at this point with how old I am in life, I simply say I don't care to defend against. But what I'm telling you, I was around. God blessed me that moment to be around T.O. for the moment I was. I still, you know, sort of kind of rock with T.O., you know, and but he's clout chasing. T.O.'s clout chasing. He's a manipulator when it comes to the people. He can manipulate the listener. He knows how to do it, and he would do it with a straight face. It's just when he did it with Keyshawn Davis, Keyshawn checked him on it. Then they did reverse. They didn't stick with it, though. That's what disappointed me with Keyshawn. They should have stuck with it. If Keem Crawford was going to sit Keyshawn on T.O., they need to stick with that. When Keyshawn finished this previous fight, he should have kept on calling out T.O., T.O., T.O. You can't just say, okay, you was clout chasing Crawford and you stopped calling out T.O., and now he's back to calling out Crawford and clout chasing Crawford. No, you got to stay on the hunt, bro. They saying Bozy about to get another shot. They say Bozo about to get another shot. Well, I just don't understand how you can get stopped by Lomachenko. This is where boxing don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Something, you know, a lot of it I don't try to figure out because there's no way Cambozo would get another shot with Shakur Stevenson just like Rolly did after he was stopped with Tank. It makes no sense. You were stopped by a champion in your division. Now tell me this, if Cambozo was unsuccessful with defending his unified titles, he lost twice in Australia. He gets stopped by a former unified champion in Lomachenko. So you lost to a unified champion in freaking Devin Haney. So the momentum you had from Teofimo Lopez absolved, right? And then you get another opportunity to fight Lomachenko and redeem yourself, the former unified champion. You lose. Now, if it's true, you're going to get another shot at a 3-weight world champion, former unified at 130. You're going to get a shot at Shakur Stevenson. So that means you would have got a shot at Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Lomachenko, and Shakur Stevenson. God damn it. Somebody like Cambozo. Somebody love him, boy. Real talk. I don't think Tio will fight Brian, though. I mean, hey, if you ask people who would win between Teofimo Lopez and Brian Norman, they'll tell you Teofimo Lopez. Why would they tell you that? Because he has way more championship experience, man. He has way more bigger fights. Brian ain't never fought nobody the caliber of Lomachenko. He ain't never fought nobody the caliber of Josh Taylor. He didn't fight Cambozo. He ain't fought a Richard Comey, a Masayoshi Nakatani. No. I want to throw Sando Martin in there. I can't do that. Then people gonna say no. Pass him a cup, please. We need to take a urine. We need to take a urine sample right now. Get his blood too. Blood and urine right now. He threw goddamn Sandra Martin in there. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Speaking of that, you know what I'm saying? I think it was okay. Speaking of, hold on, fellas. This is what I gotta put up here too. Good point. Good point. Let me put this up here for y'all because the state of boxing is very confusing. Okay, I always gotta double check my shit. He didn't lose. I knew Camboza didn't have 4 losses in a row. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have four in a row, but he's about to have 4 in a row. That's why I say I had to do my due diligence and check behind you there. You know what I'm saying, brother? Um, who put that swat? Who was it? No, Bug on Stop Canal. I had to do my due diligence and put the check in there. He only has 3 losses. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Devin Haney. Remember, he lost to Devin Haney. And then he lost to Devin Haney. And then he lost to Vasily Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Those split decisions I mentioned him too. He won those split decisions. He went in there, he beat T.O. You know what I'm saying? I don't get everything right, but I do have access to social media. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He said, you ever hear the phrase, "Hit a dog will always holler"? If you not, then relax and kick your shit, fam. Yeah, for sure, man. Talk that. Bro, you want me to go one-on-one with you in the chat, man, and you ain't dropped one super chat to me, bro. Christopher White be over here chilling. He won't say too much, and he donate to the channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't go one. I don't know how many people in here, man, that's faithful, freaking, that's part of the hottest chat in the MF game. I can't go one-on-one with you, man. That's distracting. I thought Sharp beat him and got robbed. I believe they had the cards filled out before the fight. No way. There's no way. I mean, I know what you're saying, insinuating, but I mean, I just don't know why they want to rob Oshaki, though. It's not like he's a boring ass fighter. He had his Rocky moment with Rocky. Why they want to rob Oshaki, though? Why? He has a great story, man. Was locked up, came out, did his thing, came champion. Man, I like Oshaki Foster, bro. No nonsense type of fighter, bro. You know? Stickum Boys Fishing and Sport. What's good with it, bro? I see you on deck. This thumbnail that I got up here, I just look at it and I say to myself, do we want to witness it? To me, in my own little sinister way, when it comes to boxing, yeah, you keep on clout chasing. This goes the same for Teofimo Lopez. He's up here saying that Crawford has long arms and it takes him a long time to return. Okay, just like he told, he put it out there, man. Hey, if you feel I got long arms, come up here and test and see how long it take for me to counter you. After I've hit you with this jab, see if you're able to counter. I mean, it don't. Hey, it's nothing else to be said. If you want to make the fight, make the fight. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop cloud chasing, bro. Stop just using the name and try to make it about race subliminally. Just because you got a little cheerleader over there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to fight the dude, man. Who cares? Nobody is saying, ooh, man, T.O. keep clout chasing Crawford. Oh, man, Crawford don't want that fight. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that. You get beat up just like Ennis, bro. It's so many fighters want to clout chase Crawford name, and say, oh, let me break down the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Let me break down the whole game to you. This is how you beat Crawford. I'm going to give you the whole plan right here. A, make sure you walk out first. It'll give you enough time in the ring to think about what's about to happen to you the first 3 to 4 rounds. So yeah, walk out first, man. Give you enough time to settle in and work off the jitters and get ready to go in there and show him. 2, come out southpaw. If you ain't a southpaw, be a southpaw that night. Crawford ain't fought that many southpaws. Ain't that what they say? He ain't fought that many southpaws. Or was that Errol Spence? You know, people be trying to sit up here and talk. Hey, Crawford ain't fought that many southpaws. Errol Spence ain't fought that many southpaws. So what they do? They fight southpaw. If you really breaking down the whole game, you know what I'm saying? Talk about what he ain't did, man. He ain't really been tested. No shit. He had to be tested. Y'all always bring up Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? That fight happened like 30 years ago. You love bringing up Gamboa. Hey, Poppy, they mention your name again, Gamboa. They mention it. I know you out here on the beach. They mention your name again. Check your account, man. They paying you royalties down, man. They mention your name all the time. They mention Green Machine. I mean, you say Green Machine dropped him, so he had to be tested. Teo's been tested. He's been tested. You know, Teo record isn't unblemished anymore. But would I like to see him fight Crawford? Fine. If the fight's competitive, fine. Just like I want to see Deontay Wilder fight Anthony Joshua. I wanted to see how he would do against Anthony Joshua back in the day, competitively. I don't rock with a fighter heavily just to see him fight tomato cans and say he's the best. Like right now, it's hard to deny Banner Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to deny the potential that Jahad Tucker has in his skill set. It's hard to deny he's one of the most entertaining fighters in boxing. It's hard to deny that. Then when you talk about championships, Banner Rodriguez and what he was able to do with Carlos Kudras and Sor Rungvisai, drop back down division, get a title, and then unify with Sonny Edwards, jump back up. Come on. And he stops Juan Estrada, who's on a pound-for-pound list? The one who has had the multiple fights with Roman Gonzalez? Man, come on, man. You can't. Man, come on. Hey. Ben Rodriguez is on some other type of time right now. And then make it so bad, he's an entertaining fighter, bro. This dude does that shit cool as a fan, man. For his divisions. Okay? For his divisions. His fighting style is user-friendly. Jaleel Hackett coming out, fighting style, user-friendly. Jahad Tucker, he definitely excites the crowd. And they try to understand, okay, what is he doing again? How did he learn to do that? How can he be so defensively sound on the inside? How can he slip that punch? It's only a matter of time before people really start saying, they already saying it, but they say, hey, man, we want to see Jahad Tucker fight this person. We want to see him fight that person. They're already saying it. It's just when you go in there and he start to dance, you know, people be like, huh? What? You know what I'm saying? Who is that again? Why is Timothy Bradley hating on him so much? I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Tank also said he would KO Bud in 6 at a catchweight. I mean, Bud told Tank to come up there. You know what I'm saying? Tank is doing his own thing too. You know, the only reason I mentioned Tank's name because Tank, at the end of the day, it's so many people that's clout chasing his name. They don't even, you know what I'm saying? They act like they're not serious. Like Shakur Stevenson and Tank. People just said just to see Shakur go in there because they feel he's gonna get knocked out. Then again, you have the group of people that say, well, he's gonna stay on the outside all day. He's gonna try to use the jab against Tank because Tank's arms is short and he can't close. Man, come on, bro. That's a whole nother conversation. I don't even want to get on it. The reason why I don't want to get on that is because people gonna start bringing technical skills into conversation as if Tank don't have it. There's a lot of good fighters that's out here that I rock with heavy, but we all know at the end of the day, I can't make the fight. I can talk about it all day long, but I can't sign the fight. You know what I'm saying? I can't sign the fight. Jihad's about to fight in Canada. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Tim's gonna be over there to hate on him, but he's about to fight in Canada. Make sure y'all check that fight out. But truth be told, man, at the end of the day, Crawford versus Ennis, I don't think we need to witness this if it comes down to what's gonna happen to freaking the little small fan club that Ennis has right now. Because, there's a little bit of back and forth, backstory between him saying he been looking for him for 2018 and how that's going to definitely be a topic of discussion if they ever sign this fight. And then you also have to think about what Sean Porter said, that the fight would never happen. So as content creators, should we involve ourselves in this conversation? If Crawford has made it clear that he's going for 154 pounds, but then it gets a little delirium set in when you're saying, okay, Turki Al-Sheikh has sent out a tweet. Turki Al-Sheikh sent out a tweet making it seem like, right now people giving him the utmost respect, and making these fights, but he sent out this tweet about Ennis. I just reached out to boxer Jerron Ennis and Eddie Hearns to congratulate him on his win. I'll love to see Ennis in fight with Crawford at weight 154 soon. So it's not at 147. It's at 154. And then he put that soon. Soon. So what does that tell you? That's the man with the plan. He got the money. Then you say to yourself, damn, if Turki Al-Sheikh is talking about this, if anybody can make this shit happen, he can make it happen. So is it closer than we think, or is Crawford going to just pursue undisputed at 154? I don't know. I want to get to this before I leave, okay? NAL versus BBL. I'm not going to take too much time on this. I started to do this with a rag wipe, but it's not a rag wipe. You know what I'm saying? It's a simple reality that would change women's life forever from World Combat Sports. Now, my whole deal with this BBL, yeah, I see it down here in the ATL. I see it, real talk. But I also have been a part of the fitness community where I've witnessed transformations. And the NAL, in my opinion, is a lot more healthier. It's going to have you out here pretty much appreciating the NAL versus the BBL. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just take a short little trip. The BBL is something that black women did not invent. That is not black women. The B's don't stand for black women. You know what I'm saying? Brazilian butt lift. When did African sisters have to compete with Brazilians? Look, my sisters had the butts, right? So therefore, how can we embrace something? And the good thing about it, it's just not sisters who's doing this, but I'm just talking about the sisters right now. I'm not talking about all the other ones. The sisters are getting Brazilian butt lifts, and it's not working out for them because they're disproportionate when it comes to the bubble and the thigh sizes, right? Okay. What I witnessed in the fitness community, I witnessed women walk in there with bodies that was disproportionate for all the wrong reasons. Maybe extra fat around the stomach, cellulite, or something to that extent, flat butt, right? I've seen them transform. I'm talking about literally transform their body into a composition that's way better looking than a BBL, yo. because they built it up. You know what NAL stand for? Natural as lunges. Okay? That's what NAL stand for. Natural as lunges. You put yourself on them lunges and you're building up the hammy, the quad, and the gluteus the right way. And you're gonna feel it too. See, the one thing about the NAL is that for those of you, the men, I gotta tell you something because I went through this. You know what I'm saying? When I was dating these females out the gym, right? See, when they start building up them bodies and they start getting the compliments, that's gonna motivate them not to go make an appointment with the doctor, but to continue their membership at the gym. So when they get in there, they're gonna before they went in there, they had on some baggy ass freaking Walmart sweats because they didn't want nobody to see how disproportionate of the cellulite they had and all that. But when they start working out and they really start getting into the routine, and then they got confident enough to get the leggings, but yet they still had on the hoodie. And then they start to work out and they say, oh, my shit. Oh, damn, my stomach, my mission, that shit done went down. Oh, damn, look at that. The cellulite's disappeared. Oh, man. Now the confidence level is up. Now they feeling good off the natural as lunges. And they start building up that glute because the glute is a muscle. And they building up in a way that you will keep that. You don't have to worry about the boo-boo loaf. That's what I call the BBL, the boo-boo loaf. You know why I call it the boo-boo loaf? Because I heard that thing smelled like boo-boo. Because people are transferring fat and something's going on inside where it's putting out a stank. I call the BBL the boo-boo loaf, the boo-boo loaf. If you hear anybody else, they stole it. That's the boo-boo loaf, y'all. Them BBLs had these women out here smelling like boo-boo. Yeah, they look a certain way from a distance. I've seen them from afar. And then when I got up on it, it was far from looking good. They look good from afar. And you get up on them, they was far from looking good. You say, oh, that doesn't look right. And them girls just be up there and they feel good because of the weight that's back there. The weight. But you get a natural ass lunge, a chick that built it up the right way, they're going to have that confidence knowing they don't have nothing to hide. They're not worried about how they're going to wipe their behind. They're not worried about if a dude hitting it from the back and it smell a certain way. These girls are understanding that they building up something that the only ticket they have to pay is a membership to the gym to go in there and work the fuck out. And what I was mentioning earlier, fellas, the only thing about it, if that's your girlfriend, you might have to take it easy when she just start working out because them glutes gonna be so, man. It's gonna be so. Them hamstrings gonna be so. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be quite difficult for her to get in that missionary style for real because them things gonna be so. But once she get conditioned, and that bubble start to come on there, and she start wearing them leggings, and them fellas at the gym be like, "Hey, shawty, we see you. God damn, girl. I remember you. The first day you came here the way all them damn baggy ass sweats, girl. Look at you now. Yeah, I got my routine down. I've been doing the hat squats. I've been doing the natural ass lunges. You know what I'm saying? Them stationaries. I've been doing the walking lunges. I've been doing all of that. I see. Hey. We have a group. You know what I'm saying? That we do on the end. We do meal prep groups and all that. Hey, that's how it all goes down, y'all. You know, they start getting all the invites to the meal prep freaking meetings. They go over there where you have all these people that work out in the same gym and they start goddamn fucking around and goddamn in the process, they be giving you new freaking workout tips. I'm telling you, the whole routine, I'm giving you game on the gym. That's how it works. And then before you know it, this female that was in there, no confidence. She's eating right. Her body is super banging. You never would have thought she came in there with the sweats and didn't know what the hell she was doing because she went with the natural ass lunges, yo. They will get the bubble the right freaking way. Not that BBL, aka the boo boo loaf. The boo boo loaf is you make an appointment with the doctor, and you pretty much saying, okay, long as my clothes on, that's what's gonna get him to close distance, get closer and closer, because they're gonna see me walking down the street in these jeans and all. No, man, they're getting acclimated to the boo boo loaf. They know, fellas. The word is being passed word of mouth. So I'm just putting it out there. They look good from afar, but they get up on it's far from looking good. And then when they get even closer, it don't smell good neither. And that's you done spent all that money, and you saying to yourself, "Oh, I can't keep a man. I can't keep a man." Guess what? If you showering right and you still smell that boo boo loaf, maybe it's not that your hygiene is messed up. It just has something to do with the procedure itself that's coming out. So you got all that, ass back there, but you can't keep a man. Why? Because you got a situation going on based off you cutting corners. No, go with the NAL, not the BBL. Remember that, women. Go with the NAL, not the BBL. Natural ass lunges, no BBL. The boo boo loaf. And I'm just telling you, that's some real shit. I'm telling you. I've seen the girls come in the gym, transform, get their confidence up, totally transform. You never thought they was them. Look totally different. Cut, definition in their arms and everything. The whole body matches up. These girls that's getting these boo boo loafs, they freaking not going to the gym, yo. And look, this is the wildest part about it. This is the wildest part, y'all. Check this out. This is the wildest part. You see these women with these boo boo loafs, and they always want to come in there with those freaking almost transparent leggings on that look like they butt naked, right? And the only thing they'll do is get on the Stairmaster. That's it. It is the weakest. When I say the weakest, it is the weakest. You going in there working out, and you got a little enhancement, and you go on the Stairmaster, and you're not even really pumping out no levels. All you're doing is just there so somebody can look at your ass and then maybe give you a compliment. Or you got these women that be up there recording for social media, and they want to see what the reaction is as the dudes is walking by while they on the freaking Stairmaster. I'm telling you, don't fall for it, bro. The women that are in there to work out and they got the nice bodies, they do biceps, triceps. They do military presses. They work the shoulders all around, back. When it's leg day, they do legs. You can tell the ones that's in there to work out. The other ones, they come in there with just the outfits on. They barely even do a workout. That's basically an enhancement to what they're working on with the overall physical appearance. They're not even breaking a sweat. They're not doing anything. It's the worst freaking workout that a woman can attach themselves to. A show and tell workout. Just to come in there and try to get on there so somebody can look at them from behind and say, yeah, look at him. He can't keep his eyes off it. Hard work, dedication. Be sure to hit that like button on your way out. Blah, blah, blah. Hey man, the boo boo loaf is not going anywhere, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And WCS has put the boo boo loaf out there. So those of you don't try to steal my shit like you always do. And also the natural ass lunges. Watch what I tell you. They're gonna take that too. That NAL, that's what you want. Because when your glutes are sore, it's nothing like having sore glutes from doing lunges and hack squats and everything else. Natural ass lunges will get your gluteus maximus the way you want. But y'all hold it down, man. Shout out to hottest chat in the MF and game. A side official, no negotiation needed, period. I'm out. Peace.